Don't forget to go to ashkicking.com for pound the best home health and beauty fragrance products.
You stupid fool. Did you really think you gonna hit me? Huh? Bam, bam, bam. Over.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So Mikey Garcia, he just did a recent interview, and in that interview, he released just a little bit more details when it comes to a possible fight against Errol Spence. He said he had a meeting with Richard Schaefer, and Richard Schaefer was mainly just telling him the numbers and the success that he had in the Robert Easter fight. But then Richard Schaefer, he asked Mikey Garcia if he was really serious about the Errol Spence fight. Mikey Garcia, he said yes. He said that's the fight that he wants next. He said, so now that's what they're working on. He said, hopefully, both parties agree on everything and a fight is announced soon. This is what he said. He said he wants to fight him either late November or early December. So guys, once again, Mikey Garcia, he's serious about this fight against Errol Spence, and he's trying to make the fight happen. So I assume they're about to start negotiating now. Now, I'm a bit surprised that they haven't already started negotiating, but I believe Mikey Garcia. I believe Mikey Garcia when he says that he wants this fight next. He said he wants to end this year with a bang, and there's no better way to do it than getting a possible win over #mandown Errol Spence. I really don't understand why some of these Mikey Garcia fans, they're getting upset that this fight may actually happen. I do understand that they don't want to see Mikey Garcia lose. But you can't blame this fight happening on the reporters, on people like me that make videos or people that are writing articles about whatever Mikey Garcia says about him possibly fighting against Errol Spence. If this fight gets made, you can't cry and be upset with me or any other reporter. You would have to be upset with Mikey Garcia because he wanted this fight. No one ever demanded that Mikey Garcia fight against Errol Spence. This was all Mikey Garcia's decision. Some of these Garcia fans, I'm straight out saying, are some of the biggest decafs because you guys contradict yourself over and over and over again. Leading up to the Robert Easter fight, Garcia versus Easter, I told you guys that I believe this is a 50-50 fight. And I also said before the fight, I said, when you say a fight is a 50-50 fight, the fight can still end in a first round knockout. It could be a one-sided, lopsided decision, etc., etc. But it doesn't change going into the fight. It's a 50-50 fight because that was Mikey Garcia's best opponent that he had ever faced. Because Robert Garcia and Mikey Garcia themselves, they thought that Robert would be the most difficult opponent because of his height and his reach. Okay? That was the perception going into the fight. Now, when I said this, I got all kind of racist comments from Mikey Garcia fans, extremely racist stuff. Once again, you guys don't see all of the racist comments because I have my YouTube set up to where soon as someone says something racist, it's automatically flagged and it goes into a review folder. And that review folder right now is holding over 20,000 of the most racist messages sent to me since I've been making YouTube videos. And 90% of those racist comments only come from one race in particular. So with that being said, once again, when I said that this fight is a 50-50 fight, Garcia versus Easter, Mikey Garcia fans, they got upset. They were offended. How dare you say that this fight is going to be competitive, or this is Robert Easter, or this is Mikey Garcia's best opponent on paper, etc., etc., etc. See, this is why I love the fact that we get the contrast when it comes to Mikey Garcia now challenging Errol Spence, because now we get to see how are those same Mikey Garcia fans going to respond when Mikey Garcia is the heavy underdog, when Mikey Garcia is expected to lose. Are these same fans gonna still say, Dante, you're crazy if you think Mikey Garcia has any chance against Errol Spence, moving up 2 weight classes to fight the best welterweight? I mean, after all, remember, these are the same fans that said, you're crazy to think that Mikey Garcia versus Robert Easter would even be competitive. But now we are getting our answer. Now we know how they responded hearing this news of Mikey Garcia possibly fighting against Errol Spence, because now, at least some of them are saying Mikey Garcia is going to knock out Errol Spence. He's going to kick his ass. They're saying, oh, you black people think Errol Spence is, etc., etc., etc. Right? I tell you guys on this channel all the time, the truth will eventually come to light. And these fans will unintentionally reveal themselves, as they always do, when they're confronted with a certain circumstance where the shoe is on the other foot, if you know what I mean. The point is simple. This was never about being fair or being non-biased when it comes to these Mikey Garcia fans. This was about them being biased and them saying, why aren't you biased like me? That's what it really comes down to. It's a gangbanger's mentality. It's all about loyalty. It's all about loyalty. If you're not loyal to the gang, then you're a traitor. And that's how you looked at. If you're not, but when it comes to boxing, they don't call you a traitor, they call you biased. See, it's just all code words that you have to decode. You have to decipher. That's what it comes down to. Once again, when they say stuff like, oh, why are you sticking up for black people? By saying something that's actually true. Think about what that really implies when a person says that. Why are you sticking up for black people? That's like me going into a Denny's restaurant, right? And I notice that the servers are not serving, let's say, a Mexican family. I notice that they're not serving this Mexican family. They're serving everyone else. They're serving whites, they're serving blacks. And I notice this Mexican family is sitting there looking around. They're sitting at the table for like 40 minutes with no service. I notice this and I say, hey, aren't you guys gonna serve them? Or maybe I report this some kind of way. Maybe I go to the manager. Whatever the case is, imagine if someone seen me do this and then they say, hey, Dante, why are you sticking up for those people? You see how ridiculous that sounds? What if there's a house on fire and the fire truck comes and they put the fire out? Are you going to ask the fire company, the fire department, why are you sticking up for those people? Of course not, right? I'm telling you guys right now, these are all code words. That's no different than calling your friend an N-word lover just because he says that Mayweather is the best fighter of this generation, which I personally know a lot of non-black boxing fans have been called that because they've told me this before. So I'm gonna put it this way and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna keep hitting y'all asses with the whole truth and nothing but the truth. We already know the only people that get offended when you're talking about racism are other racist people. If it's offending you and you crying, but you're dumb enough to continue to watch the videos, I'm gonna keep hitting your ass with the truth. So you can keep slapping your knee, you can keep crying, and you can keep watching. Cause I ain't gonna stop. I'm gonna keep making you feel uncomfortable. So keep warming up your popcorn, getting your beers and your hot wings or whatever you do before you watch Dante's Boxing Nation. And get ready for some more of these damn videos of me speaking the whole damn truth. Clearly you love it because you always the first person to watch the video and you the first person to get on your damn keyboard and start typing away. As long as you're gonna keep buying this blue magic, I'm gonna keep selling it to you. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.